In the heart of southwestern Uganda, where the hills roll endlessly and the air whispers with freshness, lies Bunyoyi Safaris Resort, perched on the serene banks of Lake Bunyoyi, Africa's second deepest lake. But on the 4th and 5th of July 2025, these peaceful shores welcomed a vibrant wave of energy as Uganda played host to the Kigezi High Altitude Gorilla 7 Sprints International Rugby Tournament. Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Burundi, Congo, and many others came together to compete at one of the most unique sporting venues on the continent, a high-altitude pitch nestled at over 1,000 meters above sea level. Bunyoyi Safaris Resort, the proud host, provided more than just a venue. Its full-service hospitality, including luxury cottages, conference halls, lakeside restaurants, and tranquil gardens, offered teams and guests a chance to unwind, reflect, and reconnect with nature. Beyond the game, visitors immerse themselves in activities like canoeing on Lake Bunyoyi, birdwatching, village walks, boat cruises to historic islands, and cultural experiences with local communities. It was a true showcase of what sports tourism can offer: athletic excellence, paired with authentic adventure and relaxation. The Gorilla Sevens brought together athletes, fans, tourists, and local residents, creating a beautiful fusion of sport, culture, and community spirit. From the rhythmic beats of traditional dancers to the roar of the rugby crowd, the atmosphere was electric.
Doctor is my name, and I'm the chairperson, Gorilla Sevens, the theme Rugby in the Mist. And the reason why we came up with Rugby in the Mist is because of the area. Look at the area of Kabale, the location, the altitude level, because here where we are right now, it's about 2,130 meters above the sea level. So basically what we are doing is we are competing for the little oxygen that is here. And then also before it clocks 11, you cannot see anything. So that's why the mist is the concept and the high altitude. So sports being played at the high altitude level is quite different from the normal sports. You're competing, you're talking about oxygen deficiency, you're talking about more red blood cells, carrying oxygen. So the athletes that perform here tend to struggle a lot in order to beat the odds. So we have lesser tries scored in such tournaments, and the level of competition is high. The reason why we came up with this idea is because high altitude centers worldwide nurture sports. So we want these top-notch areas. Talk of Kapchorwa, where there's high altitude rugby sports center. We would also want to look at areas, because when you compare Kabale and Kapchorwa, clearly you can see that Kabale sits higher, slightly higher than Kapchorwa, because Kapchorwa is about 1,800 meters. And then when you talk about Kabale, we are talking about 2,130 meters above the sea level. So we are on a higher place. We believe we also can build the same sports complex and center around this area. And luckily enough, we came up with partners who love sports, and we believe the concept of sports tourism married by the uniqueness of the environment can help us achieve better. Rugby has been received very well in Kigezi, I must say, because we've had now a number of schools participating. That is Kigezi High School, Kigezi College Butobere, called Senior. Then we have private schools like Child of Africa and Solberg, participate. And we have a number of other schools that are coming in, the likes of Kabale Secondary, and they are really farming into the game. Some teams have gone to a level of participating at the national levels in Tororo. So in Soroti, actually, yes, that's where they are participating. So we cannot say that we are yet there, but we are bringing in the children. That's why we have this tournament going on behind, where we are having Bishop City Primary School playing Junctional Primary School. We are trying to localize the sport so that people can accept it. Because once you have acceptance in the community, it is easier to spread the game. The gorilla, the title Gorilla Sevens, basically talks of the Kigezi is the home of gorillas in Africa. And speaking of Kanungu, that's all part of Kigezi. And we have the highest number of actually gorillas in the whole in the world. So Gorilla Sevens is meant literally to add, resound what our heritage is, yeah? So that people can get to know that actually there is more than rugby in this area. So we are trying to marry sports and tourism. If you've asked some of the fans that have traveled here, the experience is massive, it's exquisite. The journey itself is interesting. They reached here, they have booked all the rooms in this area, so there's a lot of economic empowerment in the area, in the community. They have done canoeing, bird watching. Some of them, actually this is not all the number we have here. Others have gone for boat cruise. People, yes, they came to watch rugby. Yesterday there was rugby going on. Now people are doing something else. You understand? They have gone to, others have gone to the boat cruise, of course, by the Bunyoyi Safaris boat, and others want to adventure in canoeing, others are doing speedboats, others have gone for zip lining. So quite a number of activities going on here, and clearly you can see we are marrying sports and tourism. Make sure we incorporate and invite more people in the area. There should be something more than the game that's bringing them here. Then that's why we're bringing in the likes of gorilla tracking, hiking, mountain hiking. Others have gone for bird watching. Others have gone to Mutebere's Island where there are wild animals. So literally you can see clearly that we're trying to marry sports and tourism. Yes, and we believe the community will not go to stay. The community of Bunyoyi shall not stay the same. We came, inspected the pitch. It was not like this, of course, but over time, you can see she's invested in making sure this is a standard rugby pitch. And even the measurements. Of course, there are some few things we still want to work on, but all in all, rugby is played inside, outside. Once you have the pitch, everything is set. So I want to thank her for that, and I also want to thank her for believing in the dream. We want to transform this area, not only Bunyoyi Safaris, but the whole area of Bunyoyi as a sports center, a high altitude sports center with running tracks like the ones in Kapchora, And the government, last time I was hearing Dr. Gwel mentioning that they have plans for Kabale. You understand? They have where to start from. I mean, this is a place where you can start. There's already something going on, you understand? So if we can have those running tracks around Bunyoyi and those areas where the people, the community live, the community will be transformed.
This is the Gorilla Sevens Kabale Rugby in the Mist. It's the 6th edition we are holding. It's an exceptionally high altitude Rugby Sevens event that happens once every year in Uganda with the teams from Uganda, different parts of Africa. To this time, the 6th edition, we have teams from South Sudan, Burundi, Rwanda, and Uganda. And it's been also an exceptional experience where we are launching a new rugby stadium and a high altitude performance sports center. It's been a great turn-up of teams, a great turn-up of fans, and a great experience for whoever is coming to Kabale for this event. And for sure, this marks it's a landmark and it's the beginning of us experiencing the altitude rugby and the game of Rugby Sevens in Kigezi.
We are very honored and privileged to be here to enjoy the beautiful scenery, the beautiful environment. It's been an amazing 2 days. Yesterday we had the age grade program where we had children from school-going children engaging in rugby and trying to promote conservation of our environment, because it's important that as we play rugby, we must be mindful of the environment in which we are playing, because whatever is happening in the world today affects us directly as players, as officials, as administrators. So whatever is happening with climate change is our responsibility, and we have to take action to ensure that we protect that. So we're doing tree planting with the children as we add our voice to the Rest to Zero campaign to ensure that we promote sustainability in sport.
The tournament has been quite an experience for us, to be honest. First of all, we love Kabale town as it is. The players are really excited to come and perform for this. And the scenery, the new stadium, everything just got us even more excited for the tournament. We came expecting to take something back home. So we're a bit disappointed that we only managed to make it up to the quarterfinals, but we expect to come back stronger next time.
We've been trying to promote sports tourism for a long time, and so when we met partners that are like-minded trying to promote rugby, we partnered with them to create the event. What sets it apart is the location, because this is a high altitude, and not only is it high altitude, it is also of touristic interest. So the sportsmen get more than just a game. They can do their, the scenic safaris, they can walk and hike, and the scenery is beautiful, and the temperature is mild for sports. They don't get overheated, so the location sets it apart. It's not like just any other place. This area around Lake Bunyoyi or in Kabale, it's a very unique place. It is at an altitude of about 2,000 meters above sea level. So this kind of environment, when the sportsmen practice here at high altitude, it creates endurance and it increases their oxygen efficiency. So when they go to play at a lower altitude, they find that they are stronger and they endure longer. This is science. So we are using the natural setting of high altitude, and we are adding on the scenic views of Lake Bunyoyi and the tourism potential. And that creates a very, very powerful product for sports tourism. Our symbol is gorilla, and the gorilla is a symbol of conservation. Without nature conservation, this endangered species wouldn't be there. So this symbol reminds us to conserve nature, because it is because of this conservation that our business exists. We've worked with the sports teams to develop the sports field. We have expanded it, we have leveled it. So we have a very good field for football, for rugby. It's a multi-purpose field. It's set in the highlands. You wouldn't expect to find such a flat place, but there it is. So the whole hilltop place is developed for sports. We have an area for indoor games. We have a lot of other sports activities, board games that we are promoting at that place. And the whole hotel is actually
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Yegwe atugunganya, yegwe atubumbira, yegwe bajiseduge.
My name is Juliana Kagwa, Chief Executive Officer of Uganda Tourism Board. The board and management of Uganda Tourism join Buganda Kingdom today and all Ugandans across the patch to celebrate